We are getting our first look this afternoon at what former FBI Director James Comey intends to say tomorrow before the Senate Intelligence Committee. He'll tell lawmakers that President Trump asked him what could be done to lift the cloud of the Russia investigation. Good afternoon. I'm Rob Johnson.
And I'm Erica Sargent. A copy of Comey's opening statement was released this afternoon. CBS 2 political reporter Derrick Blakley has a preview.
In a 7-page memo, James Comey outlines a series of key meetings and phone calls with President Trump in which Trump pressured him to drop the Michael Flynn investigation. January 27th, at a White House one-on-one dinner, Comey says Trump asked him whether he wanted to stay on as FBI director, even though Comey had already told Trump twice he intended to stay. Comey felt the dinner was, quoting here, an effort to have me ask for my job and create some type of patronage relationship. That concerned me greatly, given the FBI's traditionally independent status in the executive branch. Comey says the president later told him, "I need loyalty." I replied, "You will always get honesty from me." He paused and then said, "That's what I want, honest loyalty." I paused and then said, "You will get that from me." Comey writing, "I decided it wouldn't be productive to push it further." Then, February 14th, one day after National Security Director Michael Flynn had resigned, Trump met alone with Comey at the White House again. Trump said, "I want to talk to you about Mike Flynn. I hope you can see your way clear to letting this go, to letting Flynn go. He is a good guy. I hope you can let this go." I replied only that he is a good guy. I did not say I would let this go. Comey writing, "I had understood the president to be requesting we drop any investigation of Flynn in connection with false statements about his conversations with the Russian ambassador in December." Then, March 30th, in a phone call to Comey, Trump described the Russia investigation as a cloud that was impairing his ability to act on behalf of the country. He asked what we could do to lift the cloud. In response, Comey told the president the FBI was doing all it could to investigate the matter as quickly as possible. And he says he informed Trump 3 times that he was not a target in the FBI probe. But Comey says he never told Attorney General Jeff Sessions about pressure from Trump, expecting that Sessions would recuse himself from the Russia investigation, which he did 2 weeks later. Now, late today, the president's outside attorney, Mark Kasowitz, said that Mr. Trump says he feels totally vindicated by Comey's testimony, especially the part about the president not being a target. However, that completely avoids the question about whether Trump engaged in some kind of obstruction of justice here.
So what seems to be the strategy as far as Comey goes in terms of opening these statements up a day before his testimony?
Well, I think he wanted to get himself on the record ahead of time and make his case clear. Now, he's going to be investigated, he's going to be questioned further by the senators, in which he will be able to give more color around these statements and how he interpreted the president's actions.
Okay. Derrick, thanks.